Here are 11 psychological facts about women that can help you become the partner they truly desire. Many men are unaware of these insights, which often leads to rejection when trying to win over a woman. But by understanding these details, you can join the 7% of men who are considered the most attractive. Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video to support content like this. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. If you're enjoying this topic, comment with the number 1. If not, comment with the number 2, so I can continue improving my content. Let's start with the first psychological fact. Fact 1: Smell plays a significant role in female attraction. A study found that when a woman likes a man's scent, her chances of being attracted to him increase by 85%. This happens because women have 50% more neurons in the olfactory region of the brain than men, making them more sensitive to smells. Choosing the right fragrance can give you a major advantage. Fact 2: Women are drawn to confident men. Respecting her space and showing natural confidence without being overbearing is essential. This creates a sense of mutual respect and interest, significantly improving your chances of success. Fact 3: Women might be interested in you but may not show it clearly. The key is to avoid falling into the friend zone right from the start. Studies show that 68% of women would consider dating a man if they sense he's interested, even if he doesn't openly express it. Use subtle cues to communicate your interest. Fact 4: Preselection is powerful. Women tend to find men more attractive when they see that other women are also interested in them. Having close female friends and being social can boost your appeal to other women. Fact 5: If a woman teases or playfully mocks you, it's often a sign of interest. This kind of playful interaction is a way to build emotional rapport. If you're interested, join in with light-hearted banter and keep things fun. Fact 6: Women appreciate it when a man understands their body language. Often, they'll signal their interest through subtle gestures, so it's important to pay attention. Ignoring these signals might cause her to lose interest. Fact 7: Appearance matters to women during intimate moments. They care about their choice of lingerie and want to feel attractive. Complimenting her appearance boosts her confidence and strengthens your connection. Fact 8: Emotional connection is key to deepening intimacy. Women value emotional bonds more than physical ones. Being more emotionally attentive can greatly enhance her satisfaction and improve the relationship. By understanding these psychological facts, you'll stand out and create deeper, more meaningful connections with women. Now, let's continue with more important insights to help you understand female psychology and how it impacts your relationships. Fact 9: Some women may value their friendships more than their romantic relationships. With friends, they feel emotionally secure and free from judgment. Spending time with friends can create a deeper emotional connection that sometimes gets confused with romantic feelings. This is why maintaining open communication and trust with your partner is crucial. Fact 10: Interestingly, 38% of women admit to accepting dates just for a free meal. This highlights the importance of making sure a woman is genuinely interested in you before inviting her out. It's always wise to ensure there's a real connection beyond any material benefits. Fact 11: When a woman is upset, she appreciates it if you approach her with empathy. While it can be challenging to understand her emotions, offering emotional support can make a big difference. Women are driven by their emotions, both positive and negative, which is why they're often drawn to men who can balance and navigate these emotional shifts. Being able to manage these variations is essential to maintaining a healthy relationship. Finally, as mentioned in psychological fact number 1, certain fragrances can significantly boost attraction. Studies show that scents like jasmine and lavender are particularly effective. In experiments, men who wore fragrances containing jasmine were found to be more attractive to women. You can find perfumes with these aromatic notes, such as the famous Orpheon from France. Thank you for watching until the end. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video. Now, regarding the issue of dishonesty in relationships, it's worth noting that people who frequently change their stories tend to manipulate their narratives depending on the situation. They adapt their stories to impress others, leading to a lack of authenticity. In superficial relationships, these individuals avoid emotional depth, focusing only on what they can gain from others. This creates weak and hollow connections, both personally and professionally. It's essential to be aware of these behaviors to avoid being manipulated or deceived. In personal relationships, exaggeration can be used as a tool to create a false sense of trust or to hide true intentions. In the professional realm, this tactic is often employed to win favor or divert attention from a lack of competence or commitment. The danger of this behavior is that it distorts reality, hiding genuine talent and effort behind empty words. Moreover, those who frequently exaggerate often struggle with authenticity in other areas of life. They tend to view relationships as transactions, valuing others based on what they can offer rather than who they truly are. This approach creates a shallow social circle where genuine connections are rare, and relationships are built on personal gain rather than sincere affection. To avoid being misled by this behavior, it's important to distinguish between genuine compliments and exaggerated flattery. Genuine compliments are specific, focusing on actual achievements or qualities, and come without hidden motives. In contrast, exaggerated praise feels hollow, over the top, and disconnected from any real merit. Identifying people who use exaggeration as a manipulative tactic is crucial. These individuals often display a noticeable lack of empathy and genuine concern for others. The absence of empathy is a significant red flag, indicating that the person has difficulty or disinterest in connecting emotionally. This can manifest in various ways, such as indifference to others' struggles or an inability to genuinely celebrate their successes. In relationships, a lack of empathy prevents the formation of deep, meaningful connections, creating an imbalance where one person's needs are constantly ignored. In the workplace, this can lead to a hostile environment where people feel undervalued and demotivated. Observing how someone reacts to emotionally charged situations can help you identify this trait. If a person shows little care, patience, or empathy, it may indicate a deeper issue. Manipulation is a common strategy among false individuals who often use this behavior to achieve personal goals. They may resort to emotional manipulation, charm, or coercion to control others. This behavior is harmful because it often goes unnoticed until significant damage has been done. Victims of manipulation can feel confused, guilty, or even responsible for the manipulator's actions. In personal relationships, manipulation can create a toxic dynamic where one person constantly feels pressured to meet the other's demands or expectations. This can lead to low self-esteem, anxiety, and emotional distress. In the professional sphere, recognizing and addressing manipulative behavior is vital to maintaining healthy, respectful, and authentic relationships. In personal relationships, manipulation can create a toxic dynamic where one person constantly feels pressured to meet the expectations of the other. This can lead to low self-esteem, anxiety, and emotional distress. In the workplace, recognizing and addressing manipulation is essential for maintaining healthy and respectful professional relationships. Another typical behavior of manipulative individuals is their tendency to be present only during good times and disappear when challenges arise. This pattern is common among fair-weather friends who show up during moments of success but vanish when things get tough. This absence creates a false sense of trust, leaving others feeling abandoned and unsupported. In relationships, this can lead to feelings of loneliness and betrayal, as the person realizes the bond was dependent only on favorable circumstances. In the workplace, this lack of commitment can harm team dynamics and slow progress, as these individuals fail to contribute during challenging times. Loyalty and trust are proven during tough times, and it's important to observe who stands by you when things get difficult. Broken promises are another classic sign of a lack of integrity and reliability. People who frequently make commitments but rarely follow through show disrespect not only to those they made the promise to but also to themselves. This undermines trust and harms relationships, both personal and professional. Repeatedly breaking promises doesn't just cause immediate disappointment, it also results in a loss of credibility and respect. In personal relationships, this creates insecurity and uncertainty. In a professional setting, it damages reputations and can hurt future career opportunities. To handle people who often break promises, it's crucial to set clear boundaries and expectations. Holding people accountable for their commitments can sometimes lead to changes in behavior. However, it's important to protect yourself from the negative impact of their irresponsibility by not relying solely on their promises. 8. Excessive self-promotion. Some people thrive on showing off. False individuals often exaggerate their accomplishments and are always seeking attention. It's not just about confidence, it's a constant need for validation and admiration. These people believe they deserve ongoing praise and tend to dominate conversations with stories about their achievements. This can create imbalances in personal relationships, where their needs overshadow everyone else's, and in the workplace, where teamwork and collaboration suffer due to their relentless need for recognition. To identify this behavior, pay attention to how these people talk about themselves. Do they exaggerate or fabricate details to appear more successful? This kind of excessive self-promotion can foster an environment of distrust and inauthenticity. 9. Trust your instincts. Our instincts often pick up on signs of dishonesty before our rational mind can process them. This gut feeling is a valuable tool for detecting insincerity because our subconscious catches subtle cues that we may not consciously notice. However, it's important to remember that instincts are not foolproof. They can be influenced by our biases and past experiences. That's why, while it's crucial to listen to your instincts, it's equally important to balance them with rational observation. If you feel someone is being insincere, take a step back, observe their behavior, and look for evidence that confirms or disproves your impression. This helps you develop a more balanced and accurate judgment. Though our instincts are useful for spotting false behavior, it's essential to combine them with rational analysis. This way, we can build more authentic and meaningful relationships. By recognizing signs of inauthenticity in those around us, we are better equipped to navigate the complexities of human relationships and foster genuine connections. Remember, building genuine relationships requires wisdom and attention to detail. Every inconsistent behavior, broken promise, or exaggerated self-promotion is a warning sign on our journey toward authentic connections. Our channel is committed to helping you better understand human behavior and develop stronger, more solid relationships. If you found this information helpful, be sure to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss future content like this. Share your experiences in the comments, as your story might inspire someone else to find clarity in their own interactions. Together, we can create a world where authenticity reigns and true connections thrive. Trust your intuition and keep learning because it's essential for navigating the complexities of human relationships. Every step of this journey brings us closer to deeper understanding and a more fulfilling personal growth experience. Remember, your authenticity is your greatest strength. Show it with confidence, and you'll see how your relationships will grow, grounded in truth and mutual respect. Lastly, keep in mind that unfortunately, some people may take advantage of your vulnerability, whether at work, with friends, or even within your family. To avoid this, it's important not to reveal your weaknesses too easily, as learning to be resilient can become one of your greatest defenses. Think of yourself as a sturdy tree in the middle of a storm. Even though the winds may blow fiercely, your roots remain firmly planted. This is the essence of resilience, a concept we'll explore in greater depth. In upcoming videos, you'll learn how to master your own destiny, facing challenges with calm and inner strength without letting external factors destabilize you. For instance, we'll dive into the teachings of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus and his 17 rules for developing inner strength. One key lesson is preparing for failure, as failure is an essential part of growth. Epictetus also reminds us of the inevitability of death, which helps us value the time we have. Another Stoic teaching is to listen more than you speak. Listening allows us to learn and grow, while speaking too much can limit our ability to absorb new perspectives. Preparing for the worst is also a crucial rule, as it helps us manage anxiety and face challenges with greater ease. With these lessons, you'll be better equipped to handle life's difficulties with more strength and wisdom. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to continue this learning journey. Every new piece of content can be the key to improving your life and relationships. Thank you for watching, and remember, Your authenticity is your greatest virtue. Let's continue deepening these concepts and providing even more enriching insights into the nature of human relationships, behavior, and personal development. The idea here is to expand on the previous content and offer even more robust material for reflection and growth. The danger of broken promises and the importance of trust. One of the most recurring and essential themes in human relationships, both personal and professional, is trust. When we talk about broken promises, we're referring to something far more significant than simple mistakes. We're touching on the core of what sustains a healthy relationship. Trust is the foundation upon which any true relationship is built, and when it's shaken by unkept promises, the impact can be devastating. In personal relationships, broken promises can lead to emotional erosion, where someone begins to question not just the relationship but their own value within it. In professional settings, breaking a promise can destroy a hard-earned reputation. Over time, this can lead to a loss of credibility, respect, and even future opportunities for growth and advancement. How can this be resolved? The key lies in responsibility and a commitment to truth. When you make a promise, you're not just committing to an action, you're also committing to the trust the other person has placed in you. If, for any reason, you realize you won't be able to keep your promise, the most honest thing to do is to communicate this clearly and transparently. This helps preserve trust and shows that you respect the other person's time and expectations. Excessive self-promotion and the need for validation. One of the most common traits in insecure people or those with low self-esteem is constant self-promotion. They are always seeking to be the center of attention, trying to validate themselves through others. The problem with this behavior is that it distorts how they view their own achievements, often leading to a cycle of frustration and isolation. This behavior can be particularly harmful in professional environments. When someone is always focused on promoting themselves, it can inhibit collaboration and destroy team spirit. Instead of genuinely contributing, the focus shifts to self-image, creating a competitive and toxic environment where people are more concerned with how they're perceived than with the actual work. The solution to this is balance. Yes, it's important to recognize your accomplishments, but the key is to do it genuinely, without exaggeration, and without undermining others. True confidence doesn't need to be shouted from the rooftops, it's quiet and evident in your actions. Trust your instincts, but with caution. As discussed earlier, our instincts are powerful tools, especially when it comes to detecting dishonesty or inconsistencies in others' behavior. However, it's important not to rely solely on your instincts without careful thought. They can be influenced by our past experiences, biases, and preconceptions, which may lead us to misjudge certain situations. Therefore, it's essential to strike a balance between trusting your intuition and applying rational thought. When your instincts tell you something is off, take a moment to pause and objectively analyze the situation. Ask yourself, are there any facts that support this feeling? Is this behavior a repeated pattern, or was it an isolated incident? By combining intuition with critical thinking, you increase your chances of making more informed and fair decisions. An important part of this approach is self-reflection. Often, our instincts are tied to unresolved emotions or hidden fears. Taking the time to reflect on these feelings and what triggers them can help you better discern whether your suspicions are justified or influenced by personal biases. The role of vulnerability in healthy relationships. Earlier, we discussed the importance of not revealing your weaknesses too openly or carelessly, to avoid being taken advantage of. While this is a valid strategy in many contexts, it's equally important to consider the other side of the coin: healthy vulnerability. Vulnerability does not equal weakness. In fact, being vulnerable is often one of the greatest signs of strength and trust. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable with someone you trust, you're creating space for a deep emotional bond. You're essentially saying, "I trust you enough to show you my most sensitive sides." This can strengthen relationships, making them more authentic and meaningful. However, it's crucial to understand with whom and when to be vulnerable. Sharing your weaknesses with just anyone can put you at risk of being manipulated or hurt. But when done thoughtfully, with people who have shown they deserve your trust and respect, it can build a solid foundation of mutual connection and support. Resilience, the art of staying strong amidst adversity. The metaphor of a tree standing firm in a storm, while everything else sways around it, perfectly illustrates resilience. Resilience is the ability to adapt and keep going, even when circumstances are tough. In today's world, where we face constant stress and both personal and professional challenges, resilience is one of the most valuable skills. True resilience is not about shutting down your emotions, but about learning to process them constructively. When difficulties arise, the natural response might be to withdraw or ignore the problem. However, the most effective approach is to confront what's happening, accept the emotional impact, and use those experiences as opportunities for growth. A central concept of resilience is post-traumatic growth. This means that after going through a tough experience, you can emerge stronger and wiser. Rather than seeing challenges as something to avoid, you can view them as opportunities for personal development. This mindset shift transforms how we handle adversity, allowing us to find meaning and purpose even in the most difficult situations. Stoic lessons for everyday life. The teachings of Stoic philosophers like Epictetus provide a rich source of wisdom for dealing with everyday difficulties. One of the most important lessons is the idea that while we can't control what happens to us, we can control how we respond to it. This principle, known as the dichotomy of control, teaches us to focus only on what's within our power. Another valuable Stoic lesson is the concept of memento mori, the constant reminder that death is inevitable. For Stoics, this isn't a pessimistic outlook but a way to encourage us to value every moment. By internalizing the idea that life is finite, we're prompted to make more conscious decisions and focus on what truly matters. Preparing for failure is also an essential lesson in Stoicism. Failure is part of the growth process, and rather than fearing it, we should see it as an opportunity to learn. It's through our mistakes that we get closer to excellence, as every attempt teaches us something new. How to develop active listening to improve your relationships. One of Epictetus's main recommendations is to listen more than you speak. This may seem simple, but in a world where everyone wants to be heard, active listening has become a rare skill. Active listening isn't just about hearing words, it's about understanding what's not being said directly. To develop this skill, start by giving your full attention to the person speaking, without interrupting. When you listen with the intent to understand rather than just respond, you create an environment of respect and trust. This not only strengthens your relationships but also helps you learn and grow from others' experiences. Conclusion: building authentic relationships through self-awareness. The journey to developing more authentic and meaningful relationships begins with self-awareness and understanding the complexities of human behavior. From trust to vulnerability, resilience to active listening, all of these elements play a crucial role in how we connect with others and face life's challenges. By grounding ourselves in the teachings of Stoic philosophy, we can cultivate a more balanced and centered mindset, focusing on what truly matters. As we strengthen our relationships and build our emotional resilience, we're not only creating a richer and more fulfilling life for ourselves, but we're also helping to create a world where authenticity and true connection thrive. Keep following our content and subscribe to explore more deeply how philosophy, human behavior, and personal development can transform your relationships and your life.